people out there, you got to do what you got to do. The only way this stops, because the men aren't going to do it. There's not a lot of men out there who are willing to put their record or history, because that's what I did read, that a lot of men are backing Bill Cosby and or people in the like, because they don't know what they're not sure about times where their situations may have not been consensual. It's a very, very valid argument. I mean, now that all this is coming to the forefront, I'm sure a lot of guys are like, fuck, did I in fact assault her? And I think that's half the battle. If you think you did, try not to do it anymore and be happy you're not Bill Cosby and you didn't get to number 60. But women, keep fighting. I'm down with you. I will defend. I mean, having that been said, there are women out here who do lie about that. I think a case where this girl lied on some football players, something like that, she has to go to jail for that. Which you should. If you do lie, you need to go to jail. I think you should do the same amount of time that the person who you accused of raping you would do. But we got to find a balance. And for so long, men have ruled the whatever. We're in power, basically. Women are a minority as far as a power structure. And there was one time you could beat and rape your wife. And that was not a crime. So it's going to take a while, just like with any social change, like with racism and all that other stuff, sexism, homophobia, all those things need to be changed for the generation coming up. And I think now that we are having these open and honest discussions about sexual assault and consent, that hopefully the next generation will get it right. Hopefully we'll have a generation of men. I tell my son every day, he's a hugger. People, if they want their personal space, you got to respect that. When they say no, that fucking means no. Back up. And for too long, I think we had this boys will be boys mentality. Well, boys can't be boys at the expense of somebody else's well-being. Because I know for a fact, I don't have a daughter, but I have a son. If anybody touches my son, everybody got to die. So I can only imagine what these women who are holding these allegations in these serious situations. I can't see how any women can defend Bill Cosby. And that's sad. But hopefully you guys will get that together. All right. Off of my soapbox right now. Trump got laughed at his this administration is fucking wild, right? Like is America really on its last season? This shit is crazy. Now, Mueller has been set. I mean, I'm sure he's still doing his thing, but we haven't been talking about that because of this Kavanaugh thing. But Trump went somewhere, I want to say to a summit somewhere, where he said that because of him, America's economy is the best in the world, and all his world leader comrades and constituents just laughed at him like he was at high school. That's embarrassing as fuck. Like, I was embarrassed. I'm not even really political like that. I don't care about government too much, but I felt like, damn, as an American, that's fucked. Like, you wouldn't dare laugh at Obama, not even Bush or anyone before that. I don't think that's ever happened. But here we are. I believe season 2, year 2 of this horrible regime. What else is Trump doing? I know you guys love Trump news. You know what? Let's get off of Trump. Well, speaking of Trump, did you guys watch SNL this last weekend? Where Kanye is fucking losing his mind, right? I feel sorry for the brother now. I don't even at one point I was like on his head like he's a coon, he's a house nigga, he's a Uncle Tom, all that stuff. Now I just think he's really like sick. Something's really wrong with Kanye. He went on a rant on SNL, Saturday Night Live, that is. I should have queued it up so I could play it, but it was 4 minutes. It was long as fuck. About how he's not going to be bullied into basically not supporting Trump. He supports Trump. He's all about the MAGA movement, and he's not going to be bullied out of that. Shit. I don't know what happened to Kanye. People say it is ever since his mom died, he been on some weird shit. I think it's, you know what, and also it's probably mental health, and being a person who's dealt with mental health issues, I've never jumped that far off the rails, but I've been pretty far off the rails. That's what it looks like to me. The only difference between Kanye and I is I don't have any yes men or money. My family in a sect would say, what the fuck is wrong with you, and check me. As they did. So I didn't have the luxury of paying everybody whatever I'm paying them just to make me feel like what I'm saying is right or even healthy or makes sense. But I say, instead of condemning this person, maybe he is right. Maybe love is the way. Somebody got to get to Kanye. And goddamn it, stop dating these fucking Kardashians. Stay away. If you're a famous black person on the rise, got your money, stay the fuck away from the Kardashians. I beg of you. This now is just, we got Kanye, we got Lamar, we got Tristan. James Harden was smart. He got the fuck out. Stay away from these Kardashians, man. What else? Lindsay Lohan tried to kidnap somebody's kids. What the fuck is going on? we are tripping. In which I'm sure you've seen Lindsay Lohan went up. Where was she at? Fuck. I hate that I do this to you guys, but you'll research it after I'm saying it. I'm sure. She was trying to save these children, I believe, that were living on the street with their parents. Mom said, fuck that, don't touch my kids, essentially. I'm paraphrasing. Mom said, fuck that, don't touch my kids, and punched Lindsay Lohan. After which, Lindsay Lohan acted like a victim. Like, how dare her hit me? Kids belong in shelter, and come on, and the dad can't. It was really crazy. Look that shit up. It was fucking nuts. And my question is, why is she even where she was at? Oh, dude. I'm having a hard time getting through this episode because none of this shit is really funny. And I try to have a tint of humor with my podcast, but it's really quite sad that these people, Trump, Kavanaugh, Kanye, Lindsay Lohan, like, they're really tripping. Kavanaugh looks so fucking mad, which was funny. Oh, if you watch SNL and see Matt Damon's portrayal of him, it is fucking hilarious. But yeah, man, I don't know what to say about any of that. It's just quite interesting to me. Like I said, all this is going on. Anyway, moving on. I was in class the other day, my media class, and we were talking about movies. And sorry if you can hear the dog barking in the background. I'm obviously at home trying to bring you guys good entertainment, and these motherfucking dogs always want to be motherfucking. I'm tired of these motherfucking dogs on this motherfucking plane. If you just heard my Samuel Jackson impersonation, I'm ready, SNL. I'm ready. Hook a nigga up. I'll be there just killing impressions. Where was I? Anyway. I forgot to take my smoke break with you guys. Okay. This is a time. Where's my pipe at? Yeah, we're going to have a smoke break. And I always tell you what I'm smoking So you guys can partake with me and we can share a collective bowl. So right now I have some Blue Dream. I want to say it's a hybrid. It's pretty good. Not great, but pretty good. Sufficient. I guess any weed is great, right? So without further ado, grab your pipe, your bong, whatever utensil you use, and take a smoke with me. Alright, are you guys ready? Anyway, I was at school, media class, talking about movies. And we were talking about women in movies and how they're portrayed. And then this one guy goes on a rant about how he hated Ghostbusters. The version with Melissa McCarthy and the other women. I forget. Kate McKinnon, I think. Leslie Jones. And I forget the other one's name. Which I'm a big fan. I'm sorry. I know you don't listen. But if you do, I'm a big fan of yours. Your name escapes me right now. Anyway. The woman version of Ghostbusters was horrible just because there were women in it. Now, I obviously was like, so I raised my hand, and I asked the young man, I think he's in his early 20s, how would you feel about Superman being black? And he just shat on the idea. Like, that's not the story I grew up with. And it's deviating from my comic. And I'm like, dude. So, and I asked him also, if, say the story was the same exact story, same exact dialogue, verbatim, but you changed the color of Superman, you're going to have a problem with that. And he was like, yes. Which made me to think, why racism is like, Superman's not even a fucking person. He's a fictional character. I could understand if, who's the whitest man in the world that white people love? Chuck Norris. Let's say we got Donald Glover to play Chuck Norris in a movie. I feel you on that. That makes sense to me. To be like, what the fuck? Chuck Norris is fucking white beard. Donald Glover is super black. Like, I get you on that. Superman is a fictional character. A person who's never walked this earth ever. And on top of that, he's an alien. I resent the fact that we think aliens look like regular white boys. Nobody's ever seen a fucking alien. And if you have, they most certainly don't look like what we look like. You mean, you know what? I don't know. Maybe everywhere in the seeable universe is Caucasians. Like, fuck Mexican people, fuck Indian people, Asians, black, everywhere is Caucasian, including Superman. Like, I'm thinking, what's so bad about Superman being black? Like, all of a sudden, he shows up late to crimes or something? Or Superman's credit is bad? Or they're like, Superman got 4 illegitimate super kids? That's what you think is going to happen? Or maybe the idea of a person whose family dealt with slavery being a Superman scares you. Trust me, if I was Superman, I'd be fucking cops up. You know what? Sorry. Hotbox the Podcast does not condone violence of any sort. Again, these are just jokes. Don't take any of this seriously. But, in a hypothetical, if I were Superman, every time I seen y'all harassing black people, I'd be fucking with y'all. I wouldn't kill y'all. I'm Superman. I'd just throw you super high in the sky, catch you, and tell you to cut the shit out. But maybe that's what frightens people. The idea of black people having power. The idea of any color having power. He's a fucking alien. You know what? I have to get a white supremacist on the show. I don't know how I'm going to pull that. You know what? In my area, that might be easy. But I'm trying to get... For the last episode, I was talking to my boy Bennett, and we were trying to understand racism, and I just don't get it. The only thing I can think about is for the dumb people